Happy days with HB Ice Cream and the Ray Darcy Show.
Hey, Arthur Murphy here to help us with Email Bag. If you're sitting at home watching the telly and something excites you or annoys you, let us know about it. And if your email is featured, you get for yourself a bobblehead Ray. Everybody in position?
We are.
Roll VT.
Hello, email baggers. Well, after all that toe sucking this morning, I don't quite know where to look. It reminded me of the time I took that Turkish bath with... never mind. Welcome back to young Raymond Darcy, and a big welcome to one and all. Here on the Email Bag, we keep a jaundiced eye on the troubles of television, the bloopers of broadcasting, the unbelievableness of advertising. You know what I mean. First up today is Sean, who's concerned that the Irish characters in Hollyoaks are a bit linguistically confused.
Dear Arthur, watching Hollyoaks recently, Cheryl, who is a character in the show from the north of Ireland, had a visit from her brother.
Brandon!
Surprise. Nothing unusual there, but when the chap opened his mouth to speak, I thought it was Keith Duffy.
Seems to me you got a job keeping your missus under control there. Spoke my heart, Ches. You know, I just need to get away.
Maybe he's a Boy's Own fan.
How can two siblings, with not many years between them, speak with such different accents? Do Channel 4 think that no one would notice the difference, or that all Irish accents sound the same? Complete failure on their part. Sean.
Curious, all right. Here's what the Hollyoaks people told us.
Brendan and Cheryl, played by Emmett and Brona, are in fact only half brother and sister. They share the same dad, and they didn't even know each other until they were teenagers. Brendan grew up in Dublin, where Emmett is from, and Cheryl grew up in Belfast, where Brona is from, and we learn more about their troubled history as the storyline develops. Hope this clears things up.
Oh, ye gods, that sounds like a bit of a soap opera. Oh, it is. Well, now, Neil Foley. Well, Neil Foley is puzzled about the maths in All-Star Family Fortunes.
Dear Arthur, the other evening while flicking through the channels, I settled on ITV2 watching All-Star Family Fortunes hosted by Vernon Kay. The lovely Edith Bowman was the captain of one team, and I think Claire King of Emmerdale fame was the captain of the other. The first round started, and as usual, Vernon announced that 100 people were surveyed and the top answers were on the board.
Sounds fascinating.
Edith Bowman's team got all the top answers in the first round, but lo and behold, only received 91 points, which baffled me because there seemed to be 9 points missing somewhere.
It just doesn't add up, Neil. Here's what ITV told us, and I have to give ITV the Arthur Murphy Memorial Award for the most head-meltingly confusing answer ever. Here we go.
100 people are always polled. In the case mentioned in Arthur's email, the top answers were added up to 91, and then there would be another 9 people who each gave a different individual answer. We poll lots of questions, obviously, and sometimes the replies are so diverse that the question just doesn't work. However, if there are just a few people who give a random answer, then we use the question. But Vernon tells the teams we are looking for the top 6, for example, answers. Clearly, we couldn't have 15 responses on the board. One question would take all night. I hope this helps.
In a sentence, no. I've a headache now. OK, next up is Sarah B., who's been staring at the ads, a wee bit too much, methinks.
Hi Arthur, I recently treated myself to an hour or two of television watching and was tickled pink when the new Bird's Eye ad came on. You know, the one with William Dafoe as the creepy polar bear.
What are you on?
Anyway, he was talking to a blonde named Jackie about the merits of the Bird's Eye frozen peas when I noticed that the fan was not rotating in the freezer where he presides. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the freezer wouldn't be freezing much when it's not working.
OK, so the fact that a creepy polar bear with William Dafoe's voice sitting in a freezer didn't bother you, but the fact the fan wasn't rotating in the freezer did? OK. Sarah, stay off the fish fingers, will you? Now, finally, Stephen Everett thinks Coronation Street have egg on their faces and some cream about a recent storyline.
Hi Arthur, on Friday the 13th of August in Coronation Street, there was a goodbye party for Audrey. There was words between Gail and Deirdre, and Gail planted a cream pie on Deirdre's face, getting her hair, her glasses and her top, front and back.
She had it coming. But
He seduced me, Audrey. He seduced both of us. Because I meant nothing to him, and neither did you.
Well, you might not have paid for it, but we have. I've treated you to the most lucrative trick of his life.
Yeah, that was our wedding. My heart bleeds.
I'm so sorry, Audrey.
Just get out.
In the next scene, with Deirdre, there was no sign of cream anywhere. Her hair, glasses and clothes were spotless and no sign of the previous encounter. Not even a stain mark on her top. I hope you can get a good explanation for this. Thank you, Stephen.
Here's the Corrie explanation. I don't think you're going to be happy.
That's because she went upstairs and cleaned herself off.
Thanks, Corrie. At least there was no maths involved. Email bag at todayfm.com for all your queries, and a bobblehead Ray could be yours to have and to hold. Bye.
Hey, there you go. Email bag at todayfm.com, and we're getting into the new season of television, so we would be expecting a lot more correspondence into our email bag, so to speak. You're on top form today, Arthur.
Oh, thank you.
Is there any explanation for that, or just...
Well, maybe it was the fact that, by the way, any member of your family, do they have the name Norman?
No.
Well, there's a Norman Darcy, believe it or not, in the Doomsday Book. I learned that on television the other week while you were on holiday. And it's rather interesting. So you're one of those hated lot that came in here and knocked the stuffing out of us over the centuries. You realise that?
I know, we'd be Normans. We would be descendant from Normans, but there's no Norman, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean, but you're one
was
of that
Norman
breed.
a Norman?
No, yes, he was.
He was.
He was grabbing land from the poor old Saxons.
Right. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you next Thursday.